Let's hit a couple topics here, man. Now, Lil Baby, yeah, Lil Baby, man. Lil Baby recently had a message for what it seems to be Gunna, and in this message, he's talking a little spicy, man. He says here, I don't care what he did, he a rat still. F him. And I said what I said. Let's listen to this. I said what I said, don't at me. Listen, man. Now, if you guys don't know, this is from Lil Baby's track called Running the Ish. Now, this track came out on his bonus album that released, I believe, was yesterday. And I don't understand how. I really want to understand and ask Lil Baby, yo, how deep is this beef with you and Gunna? Because this sounds like it's further than you just standing on business behind your brother Thugger. Because if you guys don't know, Young Thug isn't effing with Gunna right now. Lil Baby is like Young Thug's, you know, little sister or whatever, well, however y'all want to put it. And he been kissing ass to Young Thug. I guess they're good friends ever since he came home. And he's been stamping that Gunna is a snitch. Now, before Young Thug came home, he tweeted a message that said, let's drop one on these rats, Peter. Which is referencing, of course, Lil Baby. It seems odd to me because when Young Thug was in court, one of the things that he asked specifically to the judge was to allow him to be able to communicate directly with Gunna. And I believe that Young Thug understood that Gunna wasn't no gangster. And at some point, while he was taking his plea, he understood that he had to keep it cool with Gunna because him and Gunna still had business in play. Now it seems like ever since Young Thug came home, somebody has shifted his mind, or maybe he has changed his mindset to the point where he's like, nah, F this motherfucker. F him. I'm standing on business. And I must say that what he did was snitch. Now, Thug did come out and he recently, let me see. I think it's back here somewhere. I think Thug actually took some shots, right? Let me see. There was a video of Young Thug in the studio. And Young Thug low-key, you know, he kind of said like, yo, listen, man. Hold up. I think I made a reel on it. I'll show y'all right now. Yeah, I made a reel on it. It's right here. Now, damn, man. They're saying that boy Young Thug is taking shots at Gunna in what it seems to be a new snippet while Young Thug is chilling in the studio. And all these people keep rapping about is I never associate with a rap. And that's the same thing that, you know, Lil Baby's on. Lord, you're a rat. You're a rat. Yo, it's kind of whack, bro. No one cares. Young Thug and Lil Baby think that people care if Gunna's a rat. My nigga, Gunna is doing better numbers than both of y'all combined. And he's ratting. It's obvious here that no one cares about that. No one cares about street politics. We are in 2025, guys. We're not in the 1980s no more. We are in 2025. Listen, if you snitch, bro, y'all seen 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine did the biggest numbers when he came home after he snitched. His music was trash. That's why he couldn't stay afloat. But he still snitched and came home and had a career and still does have a career. Still does. Because he's still out here making money off this music-ish. It doesn't matter. You guys need to get out of this mindset, Mr. Thugger, Mr. Gunna, Mr. Thugger, and Mr. Lil Baby. I hate to break it to y'all. No one cares if you snitch in 2025. No one cares. You know why? Because if you can produce a good body of work, if you can give us good music, we don't care if you snitched. We don't care because we're not from the streets. We don't stand on street politics on this side. It's that simple. Maybe a street ninja is gonna care if Gunna snitched. Oh, I ain't fucking with that ninja. He snitched. But most people that listen to Gunna don't care about those type of things. Let's be honest. They don't, because they're not street ninjas. They're just civilians that go to work from 9 to 5 and enjoy listening to Gunna while they're working. Or enjoy listening to Gunna while they're cruising in their whip like me. You think I care if Gunna snitch? Now, I tell you what I care about. I care if Gunna comes out and Gunna's out here basically portraying a lifestyle that he's not living. Then I'm like, yo, listen, gang, chill. If Gunna's out here talking about he's sliding on blocks and that if he hold it down, if he get locked up, then I'm gonna tell you, gang, chill. But nah, Gunna's a smart man. Gunna's just out here rapping about things that are like about life. It has nothing to do with being a gangster or standing on business. Gunna never been a gangster rapper. That's why I never understood how Young Thug expected Gunna to stand on gangster terms. Young Thug has to be the biggest airhead to have a business and an artist like Gunna under his label that is not no street ninja, but expect him to stand on street politics. Bro, let me tell y'all gangsters something. If y'all watching me here on any of my socials, bro, don't do nothing with civilians and expect not to get snitched on. If you're doing illegal-ish around people that don't involve themselves with street activities, you have to expect for that person to snitch on you if they get caught up. They're not trying to do jail time, my nigga. That's you. You stand on them street politics. You stand on that street-ish. Not the person that's around you that's just a regular Joe that, although you might think, oh yeah, this ninja look like he'll stand, not built for that ish. Listen, man, Gunna was behind bars going crazy. Y'all ain't see what that man did when he came out from behind bars. That man was grabbing his girl's cheeks. That man was going crazy back there, man. He couldn't even slap the willy back there, man. That man Gunna was stressing. So was Young Thug, the one that says, "Oh yeah, man, like I wouldn't even snitch on I wouldn't even rat on a roach." But he took a plea deal for 15 years because he didn't want to spend another 4 months behind bars to come home with a clean sleeve. Young Thug ain't no gangster either, nigga. Young Thug is talking about his health. His health. Oh, he had to come home because get the fuck out of here, bro. You stand on that shit, nigga. Whether it takes for you to die behind bars, you stand on that shit. Because that's how you talking. You talking about, if I met you today, I wouldn't even snitch on you. Y'all heard Young Thug talking like that on $1 Million Worth of Game with Gillian Wallow? Yes, that was Young Thug. So how are you here behind bars worried about doing an extra 4 months when you've been locked up for almost 2 years? I have to say what it is, guys. I have to keep it all the way funky here at the DaShmackHouse. Wow, I do.
It's the DaShmackHouse.
Because these ninjas be politicking. And on top of that, they be choosing sides. How you calling Gunna a snitch, a rat, but Gunna ain't no street ninja? Explain to me that, Thug. I need to understand. I need for you to tell me this. How are you here how are you out here calling Gunna a snitch and you over here chilling and doing all this with Lil Baby? Lil Baby ain't making you no money, Young Thug. Gunna is. Gunna is probably the reason why you were able, and I'm not going to say that you couldn't, but Gunna is probably the reason why you were able to pay for most of your legal fees. Because that man was out here putting out hits while you was behind bars. Lil Baby wasn't Lil Baby wasn't out here putting out music under your label and putting pockets and feeding your family. Gunna was. How are you gonna be mad at that man? But I get it. I guess it's because Gunna was up there saying yes, ma'am. And if you guys don't know, I think what hurt Young Thug the most was that when they asked Gunna, when they got pulled over, if you guys don't know, Young Thug and Gunna got pulled over a couple years ago, and there was some straps and supposedly illegal substance inside the car. And when the judge asked Gunna if those illegal things that were in the car were his, he said no. And it was only Young Thug and Gunna in that car. So when I listen and I look back, I the only thing that I could think that Gunna is upset about is that, because there was not too much that Gunna actually did. He didn't even take the stand against Young Thug. He didn't even take the stand against Young Thug. But it goes back to what I was telling you guys before. Why is Young Thug even worried about Gunna playing out the way he played out if Young Thug should know that Gunna is not going to stand on things like that? I don't think that when Young Thug signed Gunna to his label, he signed Gunna to his label because he knew he would go slide on some goons down the block. No. Young Thug signed Gunna to his label because he knew that Gunna was a potential good artist that could benefit him in the future. Not in those street activities, in the studio. And that's exactly what Gunna did. So yeah, man, that's my whole take on that, man. I see all this back and forth, and I see more and more and more of this calling Gunna a rat. And I know what you guys are probably gonna say. Well, he's not calling Gunna a rat. He didn't say Gunna. Hey, man, we know who this man talking about, man. We know who Lil Baby talking about when he comes out hot. We know who he talking about when he says that. We know. He don't need to say Gunna. The only rat this man been talking about is Gunna. Now, since we're on this topic, I'll go ahead and tell you guys that also Lil Baby did announce that him and Future been working on a mixtape or an album. Don't know exactly what it is, but Lil Baby says that Future and him were working on this tape, but ever since Young Thug came home, Young Thug said, yo, listen, Slime, let me hop up. Well, he didn't say that. Young Thug said slime, because if you guys don't know, Young Thug can't be saying the word slime no more. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he said, yo, listen, man, I need to hop on that tape with y'all. So supposedly Young Thug, Future, and Lil Baby got a mixtape or whatever, an album. I don't know what it is that they're gonna call it, that's dropping soon, because they're working on it right now. Now here's Lil Baby talking about that.
Me and Future was working on a joint tape. You know what I'm saying? We down there got a joint tape done. And now Slime came home, you know, he ain't going for that. He like, shit.
He said Slime came home. Young Thug ain't even saying the word slime. He's scared. He's scared that Fannie Willis might come. He's scared that Fannie Willis might send them boys to his house to pick his ass up if he even says the word slime.
You feel me? Because it was actually like Thug out there, like, my in jail, he like, hey, he like, hey, call Pluto, bro. I want y'all to do a tape together. You know what I'm saying? It's like completely Thug out there. You feel me? He like, bro, you know, me and Future was.
So yeah, man, y'all already see it right there, man. Seems like Young Thug chose his side. He ain't messing with Lil Baby. He messing with Gunna. I mean, he ain't messing with Gunna. He messing with Lil Baby. I mean, it is what it is, man.